Hey man, you ever looking to flatter?
Flat horizon everywhere.
So I try to stay pretty objective about these things, but I think the Earth might be flat. It actually looks a little bit more like this. Before you get all crazy on me, I mean, let's remember what school was like. They just kind of told us everything. We had number. I mean, this is kind of funny too. But in the same way, this is kind of funny. Also, this isn't on the moon. What about all the pictures they have of it curving? Yeah, the pictures. Wait, are they just rubbing it in our face? Obviously this is fake, but maybe this isn't. Now I don't just want to give you guys like worthless conspiracy theory, because obviously this guy went to the moon, right? And they went in this thing to the moon? Obviously this thing can travel the thousands of miles through space to the moon, where it's like super hot and super cold and all in the wind, right? And when they got to the moon, they obviously drove around on their little go-kart. And when they were up there, they got to see all the stars. Okay, now this one just doesn't make any sense. How could his shadow be going this way and this guy if the sun is behind them? Or is it just a little more like this?
Okay, I'm back. Everything that we've been taught since birth is a lie. Now, if you go check out my previous videos, you will see that I had been talking about flat earth. And I gave several examples of different old world maps proving that we do not live on a spinning ball. I then began to talk about this man right here, Admiral Richard Byrd. Now, he was the head of Operation High Jump, okay? After all of these claims and all of these explorations in the 40s and the early 1950s, the nations came together and signed an Antarctic treaty, which does not allow any exploration past the 60th parallel. That means no more exploring, no more Indiana Jones, no more finding out where we live. We have been denied access to a planet that belongs to the people. And all of these 12 nations right here signed it. Now, mind you, this was at the height of the Cold War, where these nations have never gotten along about anything, but all of a sudden, now they have come to an agreement that nobody is allowed to go past the 60th parallel past Antarctica. But we have to trust them and say, when they tell us that there is nothing down there and that they are not hiding nothing. But the thing is, if you have nothing to hide, then show your hand. Honest people, honest governments, honest representatives, if they're telling the truth, they have nothing to hide. So, what are you hiding from us? Just a question.
Do you honestly expect me to believe that these planes are coming into land on a runway which, as we're told, is spinning away from them? A ball that is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour on the equator. That magical force called gravity, which makes everything possible. Gravity that allows us to have gas pressure on a ball that's rotating, flying through a vacuum without a barrier. Pilots taught to fly over a stationary, non-rotating Earth but it's moving. We're flying through space at speeds we not only can't imagine, but we can't detect or feel. It's time to apply common sense, people, and come away from the programming. Nothing's spinning here. The Earth is staying still. The planes are coming in and landing on a runway which is stationary. We call them planes because they're flying over a plane. The heliocentric model starts to fall apart when people apply critical thinking. There's absolutely no way this is possible on the model that we're taught in school. We really don't need to complicate this, people. Planes are all the proof you need that you're not flying through space at speeds you can't imagine, and the Earth doesn't spin or rotate, because this wouldn't be possible.
The sun and the moon is local. I don't care what NASA is telling you. You see, government is just mind control. Government means control, meant short for mental, mind control. They want y'all to believe that the sun is 93 million miles away, and then it lights up the Earth whenever we're facing the sun. But somehow it don't light up the whole solar system, but it's 93 million miles away. That's because we don't live on that. The floating water ball concept, it don't make sense. Just think about it like this. When God said he made the sun stop, he didn't make the earth stop spinning. He said he made the sun stop for a day, for Joshua. Psalm 19, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is a bridegroom, coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth at the strong man to run a race. What that look like?
So NASA claims that this is a real picture of the moon in front of Earth in outer space. Where are the stars? That's really the dark side of the moon? Are you joking? But that's not the topic of this video. Just stay tuned and I'll show you 2 videos that will prove to you that the Earth is not a globe. So apparently the ISS is going at 17,500 miles per hour. And you see all of the videos of the astronauts like just floating around and working on it as it's going literally at incomprehensible speeds. Well, have you played Uncharted? You know when you're like fighting on the plane and then the plane door opens and everyone gets sucked out of the plane suddenly? Yeah. If you're in some sort of aircraft and you open the doors, the pressure difference will rip you out and kill you, even if you're only going like 500 miles an hour. So it's a bunch of garbage. Second video, this guy is chilling in Kathmandu, Nepal, I believe, about 150 miles away from Mount Everest, and he can see Mount Everest. That's amazing. There's no visible curvature in sight in this video, and you could be like, oh, well, he's technically, the mountain's high enough to where it goes over the curvature, but here's the thing about 8 inches per mile squared. You would have to be literally sitting at level with the horizon in order for the horizon to be at eye level if we were on a globe.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's a little windy out here, but I'm going to try my best to do a Flat Earth Special 101. This is a picture of Flat Earth by Gleason. This would be your North Pole, Mount Muro. All your magnets work off of that. This is your South Pole. Holds all your water in level. You cannot prove that water curves. So an eastward direction, like from the United States, would be around this way. This would be east. And the other direction would be west, would be going around this direction. Okay, now just remember this concept. This is a flat Earth model. This is the ice wall all the way around the outside, holding all water level on this flat stationary plane. This is east, going this direction. This is west, going in this direction. This is north. You're always looking south. You're always looking towards the outer ice wall. Now, I'm going to go over these books here for you. If you haven't seen any of these books, this is pretty interesting. You got people who have dedicated their lives. Now, the guy that wrote that map is Gleason. He's got his own book here. His name is Alex Gleason. Is the Bible from Heaven? Is the Earth a globe? Okay? There's about 400 some odd pages. The guy who wrote dedicated his life to making that map. It tells you the whole story of how he did that. Here's another book called The Greatest Lie on Earth by Edward Henry. Again, you got the Gleason map on there. This is a huge book. It's about 750 pages. Guy dedicated a lot of his life to pull up all these facts and information on this book itself. Another book, one I started out with. Eric DeBay, 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball. This is for you easy readers. This is for you that just want a kind of a picture, talks about perspective, airplane flights, how they work on a globe versus a flat Earth, proving flat Earth. There's a whole book on emergency flight landings. And this is an easy read book. Again, 200 Proof Earth is Not a Spinning Ball by Eric DeBay. This one is another one called The World is Flat by Thomas L. Friedman. Brief History of the 21st Century. Okay, this is a 2.0 version. Again, you've got another, well, 600 pages. Guy dedicated his life to writing a book, to passing the truths on to you. Okay, we've got right here is a book called 100 Proofs That Earth is Not a Globe. This is by William Carpenter, just his opinion on 100 of them. This one here is a great book. Terra Firma, the Earth is not a planet proved by scripture, reason, and fact. 200 verses in the Bible, folks, tell you the Earth is stationary, fixed its position, immovable, cannot be moved, will not be shaken, cannot be moved, has a foundation, is fixed in its position, can be measured with a reed, has a face. Nothing says anything about a big wet spinning ball aimlessly chasing the sun in elliptical orbit at 68,000 miles an hour, chasing the Milky Way at 452,000 miles an hour, chasing a solar system at 1.2 million miles an hour. That's not me, that's NASA saying that shit, all right? This book is one of my favorite books. I suggest everybody buy this. This is Nothing is True, Everything is a Lie, the Bible on 21 Critical Subjects for the Awakened Truther. This is a must-have book. Came out, I think, in March of 24 or 23. It's got all your conspiracies, everything from dinosaurs to the moon landing to the pandemic, all kinds of stuff in here. You're going to want to see this book. It is about another 500 pages. Flat Earth is all over in that book, too. This one is my favorite one, and I got 3 other ones like this for children's. There's a flat book out there for children's. ABCs of Our Flat Earth by Tara Telf. And look at this, just your ABCs, and what it just talks about, the moon, North Star, outer space, perspective, you know, all this vacuum. A children's book. Someone dedicated part of their life to put a little bit of time in writing a children's book. Now, this is up to everyone's own discretion here. I'm not going to waste too much any more of my energy in my life trying to force people down a road that they don't want to go down or they can't see or it doesn't even matter to them, doesn't make any difference, or kids are being lied to and indoctrinated to. But for me, it makes a difference. So I've shed a little things on this life that I've enjoyed just to do this kind of stuff with no gain. Don't care about followers, don't care about likes. I make no money doing this. Any little things I've gotten off TikTok, I've given right back to the people. There's nothing there. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day. When it comes to retirement, it's all about location. My name's Scott Eho. This is my boy Rezzy right here. And this is, right here. And this is our Colorado River beach that we hang out with every day. There's a beautiful sunshine, and we're just enjoying ourselves. So there again, I'll go through these books one last time. ABCs of Flat Earth, Nothing is True, Everything is a Lie, Terra Firma, 100 Proofs That Earth is Not a Globe, The Earth is Flat, 200 Proof Earth is Not a Globe, Greatest Lie on Earth, Proof our world is not a moving globe. And the guy that made the Flat Earth model map is the Gleason map right here, Alex Gleason. So again, have a nice day, everybody. Peace and love to all. Use your time wisely. Sharpen yourself and sharpen people around you. Much love.
We said it won't come back again. We said it won't come back again. Turn off the bass, turn off the treble. Let me hear you say that it's right and level. Turn off the bass, turn off the treble. Let me hear you say that it's right and level. Turn off the bass, turn off the treble. Let me hear you say that it's right and level. Let me hear you say. Let me hear you say that it's right and level.
flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Idialenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.